What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Happy Tuesday. We're here. We're back with my favorite live series. That's a lie. 86 is my favorite live series. It was my second favorite live series currently in fall season. 86 is my favorite live series currently. This is a close second though. How's it going, everybody? Happy Tuesday. We're here. I have pretzels. Forgive me for crunching. Hungry. But we are here with more Takt. I'm super excited, man. I freaking adore this series. I really do. We had the triumphant, or I should say the triumphal end of Lenny. I don't know if that's the end of Titan as well. We still don't know what happens to a music art that loses their conductor. So we'll see if Titan sticks around, how useful she'll be, all of those things. But that last week was emotional, man. It was very emotional. And I think they're starting us off with the skyline of New York City. Because the thing that was it Hell's ability or was it Heaven's ability? I think it's Hell's ability. And it's ringing, and Lenny wanted to get Takt and everyone from Anna and Cassette's family, Anna and Destiny's family, I should say, out of the city so nothing bad happens to them, but they're gonna stay and fight. So there's going to be some massive attack on New York City, which I hope we're able to mitigate. Look at the Chrysler building back there. Or, yeah, that's the Empire State Building, and that's the Chrysler building. So the Empire State Building's the green one, and the Chrysler building's the silver one. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like the 6th big building. It's kind of pointed. But yeah, I hope nothing and extremely terrible happens to the city. I hope they're able to mitigate this. So yeah, let me mute this music and we're gonna get started. Excuse me. All right, that and that. All right, Takt, Op.Destiny, episode 11. We're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. October 7th. I don't remember the dates from last episode. Suspended animation. Really? How long do you plan on taking? Wait. Now's not the time. But dude, this attack can happen at any moment, right? I thought the opening was going to kick in. I was mistaken. You piece of trash, Sagan. What in the world? What? What did he do? Oh my goodness. This guy's a freaking drill bit. Dude, what? So this dude freaking goes down there. I don't even know what he did. He activated the he activated like the dark crystal or whatever it is. What? I'm not gonna watch the opening yet. Like, we just have to see what he's doing. Because what he did is nuts. What's up, Enryu? I don't know. I'm not entirely too sure. I don't know if this ends at 12 or if it ends at 13. Either way, at the max, there's 2. The least next week is the last episode. Orpheus. Preparing for battle. It is? Okay. Evil. Evil. Imagine looking on the news with the knowledge that the Symphonica is the only thing that's truly protecting us in the world from the D2s, and seeing this gigantic, my God, Titan, this big monstrosity coming from the Symphonica. Ends on the 22nd, so it's 2 weeks. No, that's next week. It ends next week. It ends next week, so next week's the last episode. Look at this. Who are you? Who are you? This series has potential, man. Give us more seasons, please. Maybe we can see Walker again? Lotte, you are a liability being in this wheelchair. He's not doing well at all. What's up, Ushan? These D2s can pop out of these crystals too. This boy's almost dead, and he's walking around, hands in his pocket. Cool. I have no choice. I was gonna ask, what do you guys think? Like, you know how Destiny can activate like that extra mode when they're bright. Titan did it at the end of last episode when she like let loose. I was like rewatching the episode again, and from Hell's dialogue, it felt like Hell didn't have a mode like that. Like Titan was like Hell said, "You're still hiding this from us," and seemingly didn't have anything to match it with. So is that mode exclusive to a few? Is it kind of like a Bankai in a sense where like in Bleach, captains are the only ones supposed to have a Bankai? But then throughout the series, you see other like various lieutenants and then people that aren't even lieutenants that have Bankais, but they're hiding it. I wonder if is it something like that. I really like this moment. That's a lot. Oh my goodness. Be careful, Anna. Could be, yeah. It's hard navigating with someone that's a paraplegic because even though they can't themselves like feel their legs or feel anything like below a certain point, you still can hurt them. So it's tough. You don't want to be like too rough or drop them or do anything. This is not good. This is not good. Ah! Oh my goodness. It's not spreading. It is. It does look like it's spreading more. It's past his nose now. Yeah. Titan does. Oh gosh, Takt. Takt is such an interesting name for your child. Where's Lotte? Someone do something, please. Oh no, not that Anna, not that. Oh gosh. Walker! There we go. There we go. You had to be dramatic about when you showed up. Goodness. Maybe Dexter is right. Maybe there's a possibility that Anna and Walker could become conductor and maestro and music art. Can't even move it. Wow. He isn't, but we have to get this done. Oh gosh. What's up, Barry? Happy Tuesday. I'm a Walker. We got this. There we go. You know what they could really they could get creative with? Like they could have the music change before one of the music arts show up. And if you know the music, you would be able to indicate that someone has shown up, and then they can make it even more dramatic. I think that'd be cool. What is okay? Okay. Take her hand. Look at this man. He's conducting 3 of them. Ay, ay, ay. How did he manage that? Goodness, Takt. Someone fill her in on what's going on. So Titan's the best. She's so like reluctant and hesitant to do this, but she knows. She knows. Maybe there's a possibility we could resolve this and stick him in the cryo before he dies. This has to be tough on her, man. She's just laid out. This has to be tough on her because she already went through the grief of losing Cosette, and she was able to come to terms with it, but to gain Destiny, only to be looking at Takt and losing him as well. That's this journey for her on its own has been just insanely difficult because she's just on the sidelines watching. No. Good questions. All good questions. Destiny's like, what's happening? All parties were confused. Dude, it's just a tough situation all around. Like, legit. Look at her poking at him. Dude, I love Destiny, man. She just went from Destiny to like one of my favorite characters of the year. Oh, goodness gracious. Is she dead? What's going on with Evan? She definitely hasn't recovered from that blast. She's gonna stab herself with it. What in the world? What, they just fused? They fused. Orpheus. It looks like they've been combined with that dark crystal. It's right there. This is taking a turn I didn't expect. This whole episode was just swerves left and right all over the place. It's just like, I don't know what's happening, but I like it. So what we have, did we know? Do we know if the tuning fork was Hell's ability, or was that something that was created from the dark meteorite stuff? I forgot what they called it. Was the tuning fork Hell's ability? I don't remember. I feel like that was Hell's ability, or an ability that Hell can do. Is it? Because if Hell is capable of doing that, then that means that more music arts, who knows if there needs to be any influence from that, from like that dark meteorite, because they had some of it in their chest, unless that's supposed to be like the tuning fork. But dude, but that means there could be some sort of other fusions between music arts at some point. Okay, a giant black knight siderite. That's what it's called. I'm reading the description right now. So now my question still stands, because this series easily could be like the final episode of Takt Op.Destiny. Easily could happen next week, and that's it. We don't get anything else ever from this series. Or there's a possibility that we can find out that Sagan was being manipulated by some sort of darker entity from the siderite, and there could be more to go, and Takt and Destiny survived this battle but barely, and they get put in the cryo, and we can come back however long until they wake back up, until we can figure something out. Who knows? There's a bunch of different ways that this can go still. But my main question, let me pull this back up again. I need to get a good look at them, because this looks like, I don't know if this is the tuning fork or if it's the Black Knight siderite that's in their chest, and that's what's manipulating them and causing them to be able to fuse or to become one entity. I don't know. It's an interesting development. Anna kissing Takt makes me want to rewatch the whole series, and how she looks at him and how she interacts with them. Even though she was like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't know why I did this. It makes me want to go back and just rewatch again. There's so many things that makes me want to rewatch the series, and I might do it. I might just pull the plug and quickly binge this series again before we get to the finale next week. There's so much that's the moment. I wish we could have gotten more of it with Takt conducting the three of them. So conducting Destiny, Titan, and Walker. That moment was really cool. I like this episode a lot. I'm curious as to what's going on with Orpheus. What does Orpheus mean? Because the combination of heaven and hell creates Orpheus. So what does Orpheus mean? Orpheus. Orpheus definition and meaning: a poet and a musician in Greek mythology who almost rescues his wife Eurydice from Hades by charming Pluto and Persephone with his lyre. Okay, is there any other definitions? There has to be more meaning than that, right? The Greek legend. Italics, a ballet, 1947, with music by Stravinsky, and so that was that what he was humming? Was Sagan humming that when he activated this? Huh. Yeah, the only definition I can find for Orpheus is the Greek myth, and then the second one is as a ballet with music by Stravinsky. Interesting. It makes me wonder if I let me do this. Orpheus. I don't know if this will get a copyright claim, but I'm curious to see what it sounds like. Orpheus was the first opera. You guys can hear this, right? I don't think you can. I don't know if this will get a claim or anything. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Jacques Offenbach, Orpheus and the Underworld Overture. This sounds incredible so far. He's too old to copyright his music, but the copyright holder is possibly good. I don't know if it falls under what does that stuff fall under? Public domain? I don't know if this falls under that. Let me pause this. Let me go back and listen to what he was humming. You guys can hear that. This is Bastard humming. I'm just reaching, but that sounds like this. A little bit. It could sound like this. Similar, right? If I bring it back a little bit, it's similar. In certain parts, I can't locate it though. It's 32 minutes. I really want to listen to this on my own. Sorry, I really got I got caught up in it. I'm excited. I'm excited to listen to that. I'm excited to listen to that. I wanna throw it on. Seems similar. Let me Google what Wushan put in here. Not Google, but YouTube it. That was from Stravinsky, what I pulled up. But this easily could be exactly what it was. What was playing in the show. Or I wonder if is it the same, or is this is just another person that's just conducting it. Let me read the I don't know how to get to the description anymore. I hate the new update that they did. Like, where's the description? Channel, subscribe, comment, likes, dislike. Where's the description at? Freaking YouTube. I don't know, but nonetheless, I'm excited to listen to that on my own. Play on this. So this is interesting. I'm still holding on hope that there's some sort of other entity that is sentient from the D2 side that possibly could be controlling him, or that could be birthed. Well, who knows if Orpheus could be that entity, but if there's another entity that possibly could be birthed from this, who knows? Dog, he just slammed his hand on that. And he necessarily didn't like mutate or anything. It just kind of like engulfed him. Let's see if I could catch this frame by frame. He starts to move. Yeah, he just gets blasted. I don't know. 4-second season for something. Two possibilities. The D2s are just these mindless beings that just come from this meteorite. And if someone is evil enough that can tap into it, they'll do it. Or there's something else more with the D2s. Either or is possible. You remember in the previous episode his hand was bleeding after he rubbed it a couple of times. Which makes me feel like he did this. Because he just slammed his hand on it. Is there a possibility that he stuck his hand on it before? And he did something? That's a possibility that he stuck his hand. He stuck his hand on that thing, activated something. Who knows? Also, just truly looking at this right here, this little clip of the opening, I don't know if the show has done a well enough job of it, or if I wasn't looking at it that way, but you also could possibly take Anna, good call, and Ryu, because of the crystal and that's in their chest. That's possible, but you could look at it as, because seemingly Cassette is gone, seemingly, from what she didn't say, Cassette is gone. So you kind of can look at this as like what Anna was doing, in a sense of kind of like what people do in grief. Like they both share the same grief, and through their sharing of the grief, she feels even closer than she possibly have felt before. That's a possibility as well. Again, I'd have to rewatch the series to pick that up to see if that's something that gets built upon each episode, but that's something I wasn't necessarily ever looking for, just because it's always been in the forefront of our mind that seemingly Takt and Cassette would have ended up in a relationship if nothing happened to them. It seemed that way. They seemed like they were growing close to each other, so I can kind of see that. Other than that, I think that's all I got. I don't think I can come up with anything else. Like, this scene was so adorable too. Oh gosh. I don't know. That's all I got. I'm gonna call it. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Geez, it's ending next week. I'm gonna say hopefully we get a season 2, because I just want all the series that I like a lot to keep going, as long as it's good. But if it wraps up next week and it's a good wrap up, I definitely. It seemed Takt Cassette ship. So Anna's kiss was out of the blue. Anna has been more like a mother figure or a big sister to Takt. Yeah, I see more so of like the big sister thing because of Cassette. That's where I see it. But the whole thing is that there's the ship. The ship, I think we can agree that the ship is Takt and Cassette, not Takt and Destiny. I don't see the ship between Takt and Destiny at all. But there was definitely the ship between Takt and Cassette. Like, Destiny can't even fathom what like what relationships are. So I don't think there would be a relationship in that sense. So I don't know. I think kind of what this could be is kind of through the both of their grief and a possibility that she might never see him again. She did this. I'm not bothered by it. I will say that. I'm not bothered by it. It doesn't feel weird to me. It doesn't feel weird to me. Like, there's certain things other series have done where she's like, that was weird. I don't see that as weird. This is weird. Out of the blue, yes. Agree with you there. But not weird. So I guess it works out. Guess it works out. And I like that it wasn't played up for comedy either. I just like that she was like confused, like, what's happening? I don't know. And it wasn't really drummed up for like comedy, like bruta, like not. It wasn't built up for that. I personally like that. But all right, for real this time, I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Have a good rest of your week and weekend. And hopefully, God willing, I see you back here for the finale of Takt next Tuesday. So thank you again. I appreciate you all. Have a good one. Peace out.